Hey guys, so today I'm going to explain as you guys seen yesterday, Donald Trump celebrated with Chelsea players, and it was like a weird moment, it was not going according to the script. Like I never saw a guy who came to give the trophies celebrated in the stands with the players, right? So it's kind of weird, and people are laughing at it. Like, people are questioning what's wrong with this guy or something like that. Like, it's not supposed to be like that, or is it crazy, is it weird, all sort of question. But as a Vedic astrologer, I know what's happening because I know his planetary combinations. So why this behavior? What's happening here? That's what I'm going to explain to you today. So Donald Trump, as you can see, he the FIFA president is that bald guy. He went to the side, but Donald Trump was like losing. In his mind, in thoughts. That's why he is not leaving. So what's happening here? So Trump's chart, moon is debilitated. Moon is mind. Debilitation in Scorpio. So when moon debilitates, these people, they kind of see so many things that they get lost sometimes. See, what do I mean by that? So in a scenario like that, so when the players come to the stage and he's there in the stage, he's thinking of so many stuff going through his mind, thoughts. That's what happened to Trump. He's not actually losing himself, or he's not weird. Actual thing is, he's like a moon debilitated person. Whenever he's somewhere, in a place, he actually sees stuff. For example, Sherlock Holmes. Have you heard of Sherlock Holmes? He's when you watch his movies, they kind of slow motion. They kind of show you where he see someone's coat's marks, a dirt, dirty thing in someone's coat when he's actually in a conversation. You know what I mean? Like when he's in a conversation, he goes to that mindset, and he kind of see, oh, this person's there's a patch on his left shoulder, like here. So why would that happen? You know what I mean? So those kind of thoughts comes to a person whose moon is debilitation. Why am I saying this? Because my moon is debilitated. So I know what's happening to me because I know astrology. So whenever I go to a party or something, whenever like a crowd, people, so many people are there, I kind of lost. People ask me, oh, what's wrong with you? I'm kind of thinking like, oh, he's drinking good, I'm kind of weird sometimes because I get so many thoughts, like what's happening, what's going on. I mean, it's so the thing is, when you kind of see stuff, when you think about things like that, you are in a different world when others are in current world. That's the scenario Donald Trump's facing every damn time in his life. Moon debilitated person. They are not weird. They kind of have these thoughts in their mind. That's why Donald Trump became Donald Trump. That's why Narendra Modi became Narendra Modi. That's why Andrew Tate became Andrew Tate. All their moon is in debilitated position. Andrew Tate, when he's the most Google searched influencer. he kind of say stuff that's like nobody of ever thought of, right? So that's what happening to him too. They are like kind of weird, but not weird. They think so. In this position, in this scenario, when Donald Trump is in the stand, yeah, people are saying you should leave. You should not be here. But he's thinking, oh, this guy, what's Chelsea? What's what's happening after this? Oh, what's the investment here? What should I do for soccer? Several thoughts. These are my thoughts. I don't know his thoughts. You know what I mean? He's not in here, but he's in a different place. And he's analyzing. Why analyzing? The moon debilitates on Scorpion zodiac sign. When in a Mars sign, that is Scorpio, whenever moon gets to Scorpio, it debilitates. Why? That's like moon is represented as a mother, a nurturing mother who doesn't have firearms, who's vulnerable. So Scorpio sign is the battlefield. So when a mother goes to a battlefield, she's vulnerable. So she tries to defend himself. She's kind of having a defensive behavior. He's vulnerable. So moon debilitated person's mind is kind of like that. Their mind is in a defensive behavior, like a scorpion. They don't react much. They don't laugh much. Most of the laughs are fake. They are kind of thinking. If some people are laughing, they kind of think, why do they laugh? These thoughts are so high that they are kind of sometimes lost. That's why some moon debilitated people are sometimes crazy. That's why, because of their Mercury and Jupiter. If the Mercury, that's in astrology, Mercury represents the buddhi, that is intelligence, and Jupiter represents wisdom. If Jupiter Mercury is not powerful, a moon debilitated person can be actually crazy. They don't have wisdom, so they kind of go thinking weird thoughts. But Donald Trump, his Mercury is exalted. Successed. That is not exalted actually, that's powerful. Right? So Mercury powerful moon debilitated person can actually analyze stuff. That's why Donald Trump became Donald Trump. That's why he actually, whenever a conversation with him, he can actually analyze and say about stuff that a normal president cannot say. For example, I heard somewhere whenever he talks about WWE or UFC, he has some say in it. Other presidents are horrible, like they don't even watch those stuff, but Donald Trump watch it. That's what I'm saying. Like Andrew Tate, when Andrew Tate has some say in every matter, because he kind of sees stuff, he kind of thinks everything he thinks. So this mother, whenever she goes to the battlefield, she has to defend herself because she doesn't have firearms. So she kind of looks for a spot. So looking means what? Analyzing. She analyzes what spot would be most comfortable for me being defended, not being attacked, not being hit by a bullet. So what she kind of analyze the area. So that's what happening to a mind where a moon debilitated person every time, whenever he goes to a occasion or some public place or somewhere, he kind of analyze the area. You know what I mean? Oh, this is this. Like for example, whenever the Donald Trump, when he's on stage, he's lost in his thoughts. Oh, Chelsea Football Club. What is Chelsea? Todd Bowley. What did he say? What can I do for them? What can I do for the soccer? Oh, small details. When like he looks at a player, where would he come from? You know what I mean? Is he a different country person or something like that? Like he thinks so many stuff rather than actually enjoying the moment. That's what happening. That's why people I mean, for example, the Reece James is the one, the captain holding the trophy. He's actually trying to celebrate. So the only thought in his head is to celebrate the moment. Even most of the people in Chelsea's player roster, they at that moment, even some players, even they go through divorce or something. You know what I mean? A major problem in life. Right now, they are more one thing. The only thing they have is to celebrate this thing. But a moon debilitated person, if I didn't check all the Chelsea players, if there's a person who's moon debilitated, he kind of think not. You know what I mean? Like he's lost in thoughts. He won't actually celebrate, but like think. He will act weirdly. That's what happens to Donald Trump. That is the actual thing. This is his moon is in Jyeshtha Nakshatra in I think second pada. So his moon is debilitated. So this is the truth. He's not weird. He's not actually was there to show some kind of power. Oh, I'm the US president, I should be here or something. He's not crazy. He's not weird. He's not lost. His mind is so analyzed, like he analyzes stuff. He thinks stuff that he forgot that he's actually in the middle of the celebration. That's the reality. That's the reality. Because I know that position. That's what I'm saying. Moon debilitated people, they can analyze, but they need to focus. That's my remedy, or meditate. But it's actually moon debilitated people, the most will conquer the world. That's not. I mean, they are actually weird. So for being, if you are afraid of being weird, meditate and focus. That's my remedy. Or if you like being weird, then stay moon debilitated. I like being weird. I don't care. Most of the moon debilitated people don't care. They don't give a flying thing, because that's why Donald Trump actually says bad words on media. That's why Donald Trump, when Zelensky come, he humiliates him in front of the media. That's why Donald Trump said the third countries kissed my ass. Oh, he said about Putin bullshitting. That's why he said stuff like that. The normal president won't say stuff, words like that. That's like not presidential, right? But he doesn't actually care. That's why Donald Trump goes to a peace deal with Russia. That's why he goes to the peace deal with Russia, because he acts according to his plans. That's why moon debilitated person can't be stopped by even his mother, her mother. That's why moon debilitated is not suitable for a woman, because they are serious. They are dead serious. They don't know. They act like they don't. They weird, but they are dead serious. They think a lot. That's why they are being perceived like they are being people are viewed as weird. That's Donald Trump actually said 2 weeks striking Iran, but he strike the next day, I think. Like that, whenever they say stuff, that's not actually crazy. They are dead serious. Dead serious. That's why moon debilitated people are dangerous. Even Sri Lankan, there was a terrorist named Prabhakaran, and he was a moon debilitated person. He from scrap he built an army to defeat actually 30,000 no I don't know the rough numbers, soldiers in Sri Lanka. And some people said he's the most notorious terrorist in the world. So these people, if you have moon debilitation, think of your Mercury and Jupiter in your horoscope. That's the main thing you have to focus. If they are not strong, don't give judgments. Rethink. That's my advice. If they are strong, give judgments, because you only see what others can't see. That's why Donald Trump, Glenn Maxwell, he's a 6-hitter. Pat Cummings, this Chama, the UFC fighter. Most of guys have moon debilitation. They are like these. But Donald Trump, his Mercury is in Mithun. That is Gemini. That's success, we call it. That's powerful in Rahu Nakshatra. So that's why he became a business person. That's why he doesn't act accordingly. Sometimes he's inhumane. He doesn't have moon debilitation people. Sometimes they don't have the what do you call it, the wetness in their hearts. That's why they don't feel that emotions. That's why they are notorious sometimes. But that's what I want to explain to you. In this scenario, he's not weird. He didn't stay in the stage to ruin the celebration or show his his ego or something like that. He stayed there because actually he's lost in thoughts. He's thinking so many stuff. Any moon debilitated person, not only Trump, if he's in a public space or anywhere, they are thinking. That's how actually Scorpions behave. Look at a scorpion. Scorpion. They are the most survived. I think the animal, oldest animal. I believe I heard, because of their defensive behavior. They go slow, right? They go slow. They kind of blend in the nature. They are just stay slowly for long time. They don't. They are. That's why when they strike. That's why that's why it's not a that's why Scorpion survived. That's how their mind works. So they react slowly. They don't have emotions sometimes. That's why they don't actually laugh. I mean, they might smile. When you are in a camera, you should smile, but the laughing, smiling part is not natural. So many moon debilitated people, they laugh fake. That's fake laugh, fake smile, because they can't laugh. They are always analyzing, thinking stuff. So it's crazy. Actually, it's a crazy state. But they are the people who change the world. Most of the people who changed the world, either they are moon debilitated. Abdul Kalam, he's a moon debilitated person. Albert Einstein, moon debilitated. Moon debilitated. So that's why they are kind of crazy, but they changed the world. So that's what happening with Donald Trump. That's what I would say today, because most of the people, this is analyzed because he's a was in the middle of the Chelsea's Club World Cup trophy. Donald Trump was in the middle. He's kind of weird. He's not weird. He's not in the middle. That's his thinking pattern. That's how he actually stays. That's how he live life. That's what I want to say. Thank you.